Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. Brazil's president fired a top official from the country's intelligence agency on Tuesday amid a probe into suspected illegal spying during the presidency of Jair Bolsonaro. Alessandro Moretti, second in command at the Brazilian intelligence agency, was dismissed according to an announcement in yesterday's official gazette, which named political scientist Marco Aurelio as his replacement, without giving further details. As part of the probe, federal police have raided property linked to Bolsonaro's son, Carlos. The younger Bolsonaro is a Rio de Janeiro councillor already under investigation for running a fake news factory. He has denied any wrongdoing. Venezuela is prepared for the reimposition of U.S. sanctions on its oil and gas exports and will stop accepting return flights from the U.S. if, quote-unquote, economic aggressions intensifies, high-level officials said. The U.S. began reimposing sanctions on Caracas this week after the South American country's top court upheld a ban blocking the candidacy of the leading opposition hopeful in a presidential election later this year. The Treasury Department on Monday gave U.S. entities until February 13 to wind down transactions with Venezuelan state-owned miner Ven. The U.S., which first imposed oil sanctions on Venezuela in 2019, had granted sanctions relief for the OPEC member country in October in recognition of the Barbados deal, which include releasing political prisoners, allowing international observers, and setting conditions for a fair presidential election. The U.S. State Department separately said yesterday Washington does not plan to renew a wider license that has allowed Venezuela's oil to freely flow to its chosen destination when it expires on April 18. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley met U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Washington, D.C. on Monday. According to a media release from the Prime Minister's office, the discussions focused specifically on national security and firearm trafficking and work being advanced through the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative, which is a U.S. regional citizen security and development program. Talks also touched on the historical and emerging issues surrounding Venezuela as it relates to Trinidad and Tobago's pathway towards achieving energy security for the region. The release added that the meeting's agenda also included a conversation on collaborating to strengthen cyber and digital policy and the approach to the ongoing instability in Haiti. Rowley said he was very pleased that in a very hectic schedule that Blinken was engaged in, that he would have made the time to receive the Trinidad and Tobago delegation. He said the safety and security challenges were extremely important to Trinidad and Tobago, as well as energy security, all of which are matters of day-to-day conversation. Thank you for watching. I am TIANA.